they do it and they look so calm about it. They're like, oh no, it was expected.
You know what? I think this is really showing.
After joining Bleed, the biggest change is we actually get to experience playing full time for MPL Singapore, and it's been proving to be actually quite good lah.
I personally have been under management under 3 different teams now, so I came from like an academy team and then to Evolve/Slate management and then to here. So I'll say like obviously the biggest difference here is always resources lah, right? So I always dreamed about, you know, living as a professional like how the other countries do, you know.
I mean, back then when we were part-time, when we are against the full-timers like Indonesians or Philippine players, right? They were full-time players, so we kind of like had a huge gap in between, like the skills level, very huge gap. So that makes us feel that actually full-time is a very good thing for us.
It is a new experience for us as well because we don't know what to expect. We have been doing this for about 1 to 2 months, so definitely the changes that we always see is like, you know, we don't have to spend time traveling, you know, food comes pretty easily, and then most importantly I think it's the team bonding time lah, you know.
Being in the boot camp, just very happy like I just get to lie down and play games the whole day.
Before the season started, we actually just being very chill on it because it's a new reform team with a newcomer deck. Yeah, so it's more like wanting them to just be more familiar with each other and build up the chemistry.
Well, at first I tried for a few teams like SMG, Revival and Bleed. I had to choose between one of the 3 teams, and like I feel like I would learn the most from Bleed, so that's why I ended up with Bleed.
It's the moment that you all have been waiting for, and welcome everyone to Season 5 of Mobile Legends Bang Bang Professional League Singapore. Now the teams will be duking it out for hashtag Our Pride, Our Passion, as this season not only we are attaining the coveted title of champions for the winners, but also securing a spot representing Singapore for the upcoming Mobile Legends Southeast Asia Cup of 2023. So as you guys know, stakes are as high as ever.
So first day of the regular season, how are you feeling right now?
Feeling good, man. I woke up like 2 hours earlier than my alarm. Bit overkill, but the beginning of the Bleed dynasty.
We won coin flip, so we start well.
We won coin flip.
Yeah.
Shit! That time you win coin flip.
Oh, there are times where we coin flip and we win one. Like those I lose like 75% of my coin flip.
And that's where the game like 100%
yeah, since my career started.
That's tragic,
but it's okay. They say that every time when we lose coin flip, we win.
Yeah, bro.
So all of y'all should know where our standard stands are. Okay, last time we struggled against lower tier MPL Malaysia teams, even like those non-MPL teams also. Now I would say like our standard is on par with MDL already. The top tier MDL, not the bottom tier. Okay, so next level will be the MPL Indo PH tier already. Okay, so have some confidence in yourself lah.
We do have fans from the Telegroup that have already turned up today. You see, before the team is even debuted, there are already people here coming to support. So bear that in mind. Just give them a good show. Do what you guys have already been doing.
Today is a good test. I think Flash is a good first test lah to everything. Same thing I think as per last season, I think like everything on our foresight goes well. Today is like, I mean to me it's like your first real game lah, I would say. Yeah. So yeah, I think like it will start a snowball effect lah if you know things go well today, and we carry that momentum forward lah.
Yon goes straight down, but Yon is hoping to play the hero. He's hoping to make a play, but at that point in time, they had no choice but to find that one play that really.
And Bleed takes 2 games in a row.
Well, first blood over to Bleed, ladies and gentlemen. GG, well played over to Bleed, showing not only just the fact that they're good mechanically,
the shot calling.
Because I think coming into week 1, especially such a dominant performance against Flash, on the back end, preparation wise, we have been doing very well in our scrims. So we thought this would snowball into our competitive games. But then that straight away in the first week we got stopped lah. So
yeah, I was looking to smash everyone. That's why at the start of the season I actually said that I'm looking to 2-0 all the teams, because of before the season start we were actually at our tip-top performance lah. But somehow I don't know what happened. It suddenly disappeared and we fell quite badly.
First up for Bleed, unfortunately due to COVID restrictions, they are playing from their team home right now, so they'll be seeing us online.
The wild charge by Gear catches 3, but manages to get caught out. They're going to try to push Dak back into the base. Another ultimate coming up from Kirby, gets 1, but it's not going to be enough. Sailor is now stuck in no man's land. Dak is going to get taken down here as well, and this is Rival defending well against.
Honestly, I'm not sure it can be COVID, but I think it's just an excuse. It's just that I feel that personally we play too much to the point that we forgot how to play the game.
First game of the day, we had to wake up early, everyone was like really tired. But no excuses, we just lost 2-0.
So I personally feel that during week 1, we actually put off a very good fight against SMG. Yeah, so I thought like our standards are already over there, like set up there already. But unfortunately, during the second week and third week, we kind of feel like the team is being shaky. Yeah, I'm not really sure why. Like me and Daryl try to figure out, but we actually found out the reasons behind it.
When we go back and look at the game, we realize that that so many things can be done better, and then and this kind of like snowballed a little bit, because in the subsequent weeks, I think week 2 and week 3, we then realized that even though we were doing so well in our preparations wise, but there were a lot of hidden cracks that we did not see, and then we spent like the next 2 weeks figuring it out, and that's and which showed in our results as well, right?
Here we go, this could be the end as the penalty zone on 3. That's going to be a good one for Eagle, but they're falling so low. Powerful, the last one to fall before Carrot is caught in no man's land, and that will be it. They tie it up. Their Bleed didn't start exactly with the best start, but it's not how you start, it's how you end, and Bleed takes this series 2-1.
Alright, so that was a perfect game. 15 minutes, that's exactly what you wanted to do. Bleed, understanding the limits, it's like, hey, maybe we play around.
You guys have to give up all of the Lord, all of the turtle.
Oh, the Lord?
So as an MM.
We're talking everything. Because those are true.
Never give up Lord.
The actually get too big, then you change
all the space necessary. And I think I did good with that space.
No, I'm talking about the Lord one. You die hiding the bush, ready to retreat, you still feel the retreat. It's
so soft. I tunnel on killing the Hyper. That was the spin.
So if you can win the regular season, but you might even lose the playoffs, or you can lose the regular season, but you can win the playoffs. Yeah, so we just told the players to just play your game, and then more on the mental preparation, just letting them know that this is not the finals yet. So just show off your standards against them. Just want to see how's our gap against them. Yeah.
It's not real.
We talked about it at Zion, right? Then end up, hey bro, Roy, you need underwear or not? Come buy. Bro? Buy for underwear. Looks good, right? Fits your RSG color, can blend together. Okay, hear that now. Blend
Wow. Right here.
Wait, hey, which one? Hey, you see where? Hey, you see where?
I see there. Second.
我去不了吗？你不懂。
我在这里了。
Where the fuck is?
Sorry
Wait, let's go. I'm giga confused.
I would say that the advantage we have going into today, right? May not seem like an advantage, but imagine if you're in the RSG perspective, right? You have been just winning all your games, so they kind of haven't been tested, right? But whereas on our side, right, we have been bad to the extent that we are losing to the noob teams that we are being tested all the time. right? So like we already have a lot of difficulties, correct? Like so far.
Sounds good.
Every week we have difficulties. So this is just another week of difficulty to me.
Alright.
Correct?
Nice.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And they haven't been put into that situation lah. So a disadvantage can be an advantage if seen correctly lah.
Alright, man.
Okay. So yeah. So I mean the idea is always the same, right? It's like last season, same thing with RSG. The week 4 when we versus them is always just to see what we need to do for the playoff week, right? Regardless of results today, it can be 2-0. I mean, it really can go anyway one lah. Can say that we can 2-0 them, can say that they can 2-0 us, can be any 2-1 to both sides. But end of the day, as long as by the end of the series, we realize like what is happening in their lineup, we know like there are certain weaknesses we can expose. We work on that for the next 2 weeks only lah. I think that's like the ultimate goal lah for today.
As of now, as we speak, RSG Slate SG has a full perfect track record to their name, spotless. Will Bleed put a mark in that spotless track record? We can only find out.
He's not stopping anytime soon. He went onto the behind and he managed to effectively help Sailor bring Oki down. The all will be good. And the glorious pathway as well as the outer beam just gonna be popped right out. The final sword coming in from the side of here was hoping that he'll be able to cleave everyone through. And now the car is just gonna be slowly wheeling down as Bleak didn't care about a single member from RSG. And the game.
So same thing, we just team fight. We can team fight them. We just do what we know. We are gonna win lah. Okay, but ultimately it's not about results lah. Okay, today is really we just see the standards and you all can see lah. We are much better lah. Alright, team fight execution much better. Early game we give it to them lah. Alright, still warming up, still everything. Okay, we perfect that. We can get this lah. Okay, we got 2 more tries lah. Alright, 1-0 I don't care lah. Alright. End of the day, 3 games, I also don't care.
And we'll be able to have a very good idea what is going to be the next move. For FMM, he understands that there's a lot of players in the middle season, in the middle lane, and he can pretty much see some towers pretty darn fun. In the meantime, Roy pops the RWM in the wrong direction, or rather, Dak is a little bit too fast and too speedy. There's no way that you can get the flash out of that and keep him in a box. The narrative just doesn't really play out that well for RSG. He does need to be careful here, but the bravest warriors followed by the flicker, and not to forget the wall charge coming from the side of Bleed. They're just completely demolishing the rest of the members from RSG. And from that point in time, it's just a Nibiru that is more than enough to just bring the car down. That's all you needed. I mean, that was a perfectly played game by Bleed Esports.
Even 4th week, I feel that we are not at our peak condition. It's about maybe almost, not say almost, it's still far from getting there.
So do you think that RSG didn't just show up?
Yeah, I just feel that RSG actually didn't play well. And I don't think they're supposed to play like that. They are usually better than this lah.
Beating RSG 2-0, like, as I said before in the interview, I think they still have tricks up their sleeves. Like they have not shown everything. So
end of the day, as I said lah, I think this just gives us a good mentor lah, right? Because I think like I think everybody on everybody's mind, like the thing we were afraid of is like, oh, if today we got 2-0, how like the road to playoff is gonna be a huge climb lah, right? But I think today we proved ourselves lah that, and also at the same time, as I said like last night, right, this also makes RSG wake up. So their next 2 weeks, they are not gonna take things lightly lah. They're gonna train even harder lah. We must match that as well lah. I mean, our progress has been good, and it shows in our results. But end of the day, as you all know lah, every team will evolve during playoffs lah.
What does winning against RSG in the group stage mean to the team going to the playoffs?
Honestly, it means nothing lah, because after all, 2 weeks can change a lot of things. Teams will definitely train harder, and we will also train hard too, just not to be complacent.
You know, being a team that has always performed very well in the last few seasons, there must be an expectation to how well that we should do, and sadly we didn't live up to that standard lah. But I think ultimately in week 4, you know, when we changed things up, even our training schedule changed up a little bit, we realized like, oh, what was the problem, and such. We managed to get past all these little cracks, and now we are currently like in tune to do well for playoffs lah.
So basically what we drafted for them, what we prepared for them, the strats for them, they just need to play their game. So not against like SMG, not against RSG, or not against like EVOS Legends, RRQ. It's more like you play your own game, then you win your own game. Instead of like, oh, hey, we are against RRQ, we are against EVOS Legends, so there's a mental blockage against them. Yeah, so we just want them to relax and then play their game. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, so as much as I'm focusing on the opponent, I think more importantly is to focus on us lah. We have the resources. Even our sub Adam is doing things. Even as a sub, he is putting in the work to help us win lah. Because even as a sub, he sees the bigger picture lah.
Like even if we win the MPL season, there's still MSC after that. So it's like a huge preparation moving forward lah.
It's preparing not just for the playoffs basically, but more of a
yeah,
long term.
more long term kind of thing.
Okay.